Richard, we do want to update our viewers about that breaking news in Atlanta. We have just found out and confirmed, in fact, that it is over, the standoff with a grandmother who was holding her 4-week-old child or grandchild, that it has ended. The baby is okay, and that woman has now been taken into custody. We certainly hope to learn more about the background of this grandmother throughout the next couple of hours, and we'll certainly update you online as well as on news4jax.com. Now, in the meantime, at 17 minutes after 8 o'clock this morning, it seems that far too often you hear stories about a child, for example, like in Atlanta, but children in particular who are the victims of some kind of abuse. According to the latest statistics, there were more than 2,400 reports of children right here in Duval County being abused. That's just in the last year, a year. Human trafficking of children is also becoming a very big concern. Between 10 to 14 kids have been rescued from trafficking and are currently living in foster care right here in Jacksonville. It's disturbing information, and it's why this month there's a special conference to teach about the warning signs to prevent child abuse as well. Joining me now is Prudence Williams. She's the director of the Exchange Club and Family Center, and also Sarah Markham-Sayar. She's the vice president of operating services for Family Support Services of North Florida, which works with the Department of Children and Families. Thank you both for being here. It is such a severe and an important topic that needs to be discussed, because the reality is that we as members of this community, we have children all around us who live next to us. We are their neighbors, and we have to speak up for them if we hear something that's going on that needs to come to the attention of law enforcement. Let's first talk, because it's interesting. This conference really coming up later this month is focusing specifically on human trafficking. If I can bring you in, Sarah, explain for us, because, you know, we usually hear about human trafficking involving women who are older, but this is involving children, particularly teenagers.
That's right. There's actually not a very specific population. It can affect everyone. It's certainly not specific to the foster care system. It's truly a community issue. Basically, young people can get brought to our attention in several different ways. They can be brought to us through the foster care system. They can be brought to us through law enforcement, through community awareness and outreach. And you know, we constantly are reiterating that what the importance really is to make sure that you're aware of the high-risk flags, you know, the red flags, what are the signs of human trafficking, and then how to be able to report it so that these young people and victims or suspected victims can get the services that they need.
Well, and it's interesting, too, because what you mentioned, foster care, is that then to presume that the teenagers in particular who are living in foster care are somehow at a higher risk of being involved in human trafficking, maybe for sex? How are they being used?
Well, there's no direct correlation between the foster care system and human trafficking victims or child exploitation victims. However, children in the foster care system, you know, usually come to us because of high-risk behaviors, unsafe family situations, family violence, exposure to substance abuse. So therefore, it makes them a little bit more vulnerable. They have a tendency to run away and engage in unsafe and high-risk behaviors. They're themselves involved with substance abuse. They're looking to someone, you know, to take care of them and to love them, and it's sort of
a target.
They're very much a target. Absolutely.
Prudence, the focus, of course, of this month's seminar and this conference and luncheon that will be held later this month is specifically then on human trafficking. How will you kind of bridge the gap and educate people in our community about that? You have some pretty well-known speakers.
Yes. The conference luncheon the keynote speaker is out of Orlando, and he actually works on campuses, you know, with human trafficking initiatives. So we have Richard Lapchick. We also have Kristen King with Rethreaded Inc. She'll be there.
Local company we know very much about, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And Erica Curran, she's going to do the afternoon session on immigration. So we'll have, on the front end of the conference, we'll have roundtable discussions so that the community and those attending the conference will learn about what Jacksonville is doing and how these agencies are working together to combat human trafficking.
Who should attend? Who is this for? Because it's open to the public.
Everybody should attend. If we're talking making our community and our world safe, anyone in the helping profession, Teachers, social workers, parents need to attend. We all need to be more aware of what's going on around us.
Yeah, it's so important to just be educated, and I'm certainly happy to be emceeing the event at the luncheon again this year. It's something that I always say yes to because child abuse is a problem. It's a community-wide problem.
And we want people to go to our website, www.exchangeclubfamilycenter.com, and get information. It's early registration through the 13th of this month.
Right, and it starts at $50 for a ticket, and it's certainly well worth it. Here's the information on your screen. We'll also post a link to that website on the morning show page of news4jax.com later this morning. We'll be right back.